It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins, Josh Allen of the Bills.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now, 1st down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 11-yard town, and the Bills have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
From the 27, Tua. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Tua. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jordan Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. To return is McKenzie. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. From the 24, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down at 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Yardage back to the 29. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Buying time to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next-Gen stats.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Taron Johnson made the stop. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
Tua on fourth down. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down 7-0. A minute 15 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa.
Caught by Wilson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Tua to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game,